Well, today we honor all veterans, including World War II veteran Bruce Cook. He was born in Swansea, South Carolina, served 2 years in the Army Air Corps, flying on the B-17 aircraft for 35 missions during the war.
WIS reporter Naomi Popa joins us live in studio. And Naomi, you had a chance to sit down with him today and hear his story. What did he tell you?
Absolutely. It's a story I'll never forget, Judy and Hannah. You know, not only was he recognized at the Veterans Day Parade, but he was also honored at the South Carolina Military Museum. An astonishing day for him. He tells me he felt most appreciated for his service today, and he's thankful he gets to share his story nearly 80 years later.
I wish that all the people could know the sacrifices that some of these guys have made for the freedoms that we have.
Born in Swansea, South Carolina, Cook knew when the war started he wanted to be a pilot on the P-38 aircraft. He enlisted into the Army Air Corps at only 17 years old, and after he turned 18, went on to basic training in Mississippi. Afterwards, he went on to the Aviation Cadet Program, where he ended up washing out, a day he says he'll never forget.
But later on, when I was checking some of my records, it was my attitude regarding military aviation. And but that was one of the worst days, I think, of my life, when I was so disappointed there that I wasn't going to be able to fly those P-38 fighter planes.
His dream of being a pilot was gone, but his love for flying was still there. So, Cook became a ball turret gunner instead and traveled to England after completing overseas training in South Dakota. He embarked on his first mission on August 30th, 1944, a mission he says made him very nervous. Cook couldn't fit in his position on the plane inside the ball turret with his parachute, forcing him to set it aside. He flew the whole mission, knowing if he had been gunned down, he would have no way of making it back on land.
That was the most stressful mission, I suppose, I went on. All I could think about was, what if we get shot down and I don't have a parachute? But that was probably, other than being stressful, it was the shortest mission I ever went on.
Cook went on to face a German fighter plane and various other challenges during his 35 missions. Cook told me despite the potential hazards, he always knew he would make it back home safe. Cook was later discharged in 1945, serving just over 2 years and working his way up to staff sergeant. He went on to marry his first wife in 1949, and after her passing, married his second wife in 1983. Cook has 2 children and several grandchildren, and now spends his time surrounded by other veterans and teaching Sunday school at Northside Baptist. If you want to read Cook's life story, visit this story on our website at WISTV.com. For now, reporting live in studio, I'm Naomi Popa, WIS News 10.